He hasn't moved in about an hour. Is he dead? Let's find out. Oh no, he's not. He's not dead. Look at him. Look at his face. He's so sleepy. He's so done in life. Let me touch your face. I love you. You're a good boy. Keep sleeping. I'll give you your sanity pills at 11 like I have them. Because you're a good puppy. I really don't like filming this way because I tried to film this like 2 days ago with the other camera part of this iPod thing that I'm using, and I didn't want to look at myself because I'm looking at myself right now, and it bothers me. But I tried to do it, and it like all the footage I had, which was like 10 minutes worth, was just out of focus, and I didn't understand why. So yeah, I'll probably have to film it this way from now on, even though it fucking bothers me. I should put a card in front of my face. Okay, 1 second. I think that's better. I can't see myself. I put something in front of the camera, so I'm forced to look at you guys. Hi. Oh my god. Okay. Let's hope that it actually focuses on me. Anyway, what's happened in the dog news is that, what did I say? Okay, the clips you saw before this where we were in the car driving, that was to the Monday appointment of this week. Today's Friday, then I'm filming this. I know, late. I'm supposed to be putting this up on Fridays, but yeah. I'm not trying to stress myself too much. Like, if it goes up tomorrow and Saturday, that's fine. Anyway, so anyway, the car ride was to his Monday appointment. At that time, when I was filming, we had no idea that his hip was out. We still have no idea when he managed to pop it out during the weekend. But of course it was because of my dad, because my dad is like crack to my dog. So there's that. And yeah. So that happened. We found out that his hip popped out, and my mom had mentioned to my dad earlier that day, or like the day before, that like if his hip happened to be out, that we would 100% like just do the more intensive cutting open surgery and having him neutered. Both those things. Which both happened. I don't know if it was and the surgeries did happen the day that we did bring him in, so Monday. For some fucking reason, the next day I just felt it was either my hormones or something supernatural, but I felt really, really down that day. I haven't really felt it since then, but like for some reason, like either my depression or something external was affecting me. I just felt really, really depressed, like no energy, all that depression symptoms shit and stuff. And I think because of that, I ended up crying, not like fully crying, but like I cried a little bit on the drive home from taking him from the vet after these surgeries. I think why is because they hadn't the hip surgical site was not covered up. So you fucking see where they cut him open, and you see the actual fucking staples. Yeah, fucking staples in his skin from the surgery. Like, they're out in the open, like, they're not covered at all, and they gave him to us like that. Like, they said, like, if it being uncovered is a much better thing than having it covered. So I think the reason why I got so upset is because that his hip, it looks really, really intense and really brutal looking. So it just kind of hit home that my dog is now pretty much kind of broken from now on. Like, he's not as complete as he should be, and I think that really upset me. When I say he's not as complete as he should be, is that they actually took shit out of his hip. So what the surgery is I really didn't want the surgery to happen. Neither did my dad, and I think that's why me and my dad kind of fought so much against us not doing the surgery, is because it sounds fucking brutal. But every technician, every doctor, every person in the fucking vet said this is a for sure fix. There's no way this can fuck up. So for those of you that don't know about joints, this is the joint socket, and this is the ball socket in the joint. The same for hips, the same for arms for us. The ball of the joint of the arm is in the socket of the shoulder, and that's how I do this and stuff like that. But there's definitely different I'm not going to get into it, but there's different types of joints. Our arms just happen to be fucking special, and we could like do this shit. But with hips it's a little different. With his hip, since the ball of the joint kept slipping out of the socket, they ended up going in there and cutting this out. Like, this is right now, he has no ball joint for his leg. So it's literally, this is his bone of his leg, and this is the ball socket for his hip. It's like literally like this. That's it. There's no ball in the joint. There's nothing there. You can kind of see how it's for sure fixed because there's nothing to fuck up there. So the how they explained it is that the muscle and the tendons and everything for internally for like internal stuff, the muscle is going to hold the leg there, and it's gonna be we've already kind of noticed that it's gonna be a painful process, but they've rounded out or doled out the end of the leg bone. I don't know the proper name of the bone, but they rounded it out, made it dull. So whenever he does walk or move, that the bone will kind of poke the muscle that's overlaying the hip. And what's going to happen is that with all that contact from the bone, that it will callus, the muscle there will callus up, and it will make a fake joint, is how they described it. And pretty much it like how they said it would work is that it's gonna be that good that in 6 months from now you won't even know that he's missing the ball joint of his hip, that he's definitely not going to be able to like probably run as fast or as intensely as he used to, but he's going to be able to walk around on his own. He's going to be able to run. We're still not sure how good he's going to be able to run, but he's going to be able to move around quickly, run, all that stuff, once that callus comes in for the muscle. Of course, that there's going to be long-term issues. I still want to ask. I haven't asked, honestly, what the long-term issue is going to be for that surgery. You would think that, like, there's going to be fucking issues for that, but I don't know particularly the issues. My mom did say for sure that he's going to have arthritis later in life. I'm sure he's gonna have it, like, at least in his two back legs at least. So there's that. Yeah. What else should I say? The now that the hip is kind of done, they also said that this particular surgery, the one we had before, could not be bottom heavy, or there shouldn't be any weight on the leg. For this one, it's very much encouraged to have him walk on it. The faster that callus grows in, the better. So if you walk on it, the callus will grow. But because of that, they said that since both back legs are fucked up and the casted leg, they said that the skin has glued together for that leg, but you still need to heal the ligaments that they stapled in. Those still need to heal and scar up, and that takes about 8 weeks. How long has it been? The casted leg should be at least 2 weeks in of healing for the ligaments, and they said 8 weeks. So near mid-October, beginning of October, the ligament should be like fine. That's saying if he doesn't somehow rip them out before then. So all the stress now is on the other leg, so he doesn't put pressure on it when he walks as much, so the ligaments don't rip out. So far, how we've been handling him, I think we'll be okay with that. So, yeah. They told us to do certain exercises for his hip. Um, when we first got him home and I tried to do that exercise, uh, he didn't really have a lot of reaction. His leg was kind of limp. Yesterday though, when I was trying to do it, or this morning when I tried to do it, like I noticed that he kept on like pulling his leg back, as if to say like fucking stop doing that, and which is a good sign for me because he is gaining more muscle in that leg, and that's one of the things that they said that happened when his hip, when his leg was taped up to his body, that there's some specific term that like his leg had atrophied. I think it pretty much means that like he lost all muscle in that leg. I actually mentioned that to my dad last night, and I said like it's not in my head that his paw looks smaller, right? And he's like, yeah, because it's not in your head because he lost muscle, so his paw does look smaller. And like it's so fucking weird though. Like his paw is like half the size of what it used to be. It's fucking weird. But either way, like we're definitely, for the next few months at least, we're gonna have to be building the muscle back for those two back legs, because I know for sure that like the casted leg is gonna lose all its muscle because or at least all the muscle in like the paw area, because he's not using that. He probably hasn't lost all his muscle in like his upper leg area for that leg, but for his paw it's gonna be fucking small and he's gonna have to gain the muscle back for that. So like it's weird comparing his front paws to his back paw that you can see, because literally the front paws are like 3 times bigger, and it's just fucking weird. Anyway, that happened, so we're gonna have to regain muscle for him. Speaking of the neutering, I'm okay with him being neutered. We were actually gonna get him neutered around now, but the part that kind of bothers me is I don't think the doctor did a very good job of sewing it, because I've gotten very paranoid about the incision spot for that, because last night he rolled on his back and I saw it, and she said she would like tuck the incisions, but it looked like part of the incision came loose and like there's like an opening sort of, and I didn't like it. I'll probably bring that up the next appointment, because that really bothered me. So there's that. And, he has no balls. It's really weird looking. So yeah, and he has this thing where he likes to be a cat, and he likes to lick everywhere on himself. And one of the things that you have to prevent a dog from doing, especially if they've been shaved for surgical medical reasons, is that they're going to want to lick the shaved areas, and you can't let them do that, because apparently they develop these hot spots, and it's pretty much like a rash that they get, and they have to get like antibiotics for it. We kind of don't want to do that because there's already so many fucking problems with him. But and there's like it's pretty much like both back legs are like completely shaved. I still understand why they shaved as much as they did for the hip leg. Like they like shave from his tail all the way down to his not his paw, but the whatever joint is right above the paw, all the way down to there. And I just, like, I didn't understand why they shaved that much. And then the other leg is fucking shaved because the cast is on it. And then there's, like, other little spots on him that are shaved that he keeps licking. Like, both his front legs are shaved because of, like, the IV that they had to do in both arms. Both times that he had surgery, is you can't do it in the same spot, so they had to do both front legs. A few spots where, like, he had scrapes and they shaved over the scrapes so, like, the scrape could actually scab over and heal properly. And then, like, there's one weird spot that they shaved on his back that they put, like, a pain patch on him for some reason, and they had to shave that. So there's a lot of shave spots on him, and I know growing hair back is not very pleasant feeling, so he's been licking that, and yeah. There's so much shit going on. He's been doing okay. He actually hasn't been licking the incision part of the hip. He hasn't really touched it, I think, because it's still kind of tender, and it also, it literally, it looks swollen, it doesn't look gnarly, but it looks like it would hurt if he touched it. I mean, like, I've accidentally, like, poked right next to it, and he didn't freak out, but he kind of threw his head back at me and was like, stop it. So it hurts. So there's that. He's doing okay so far. I think after this surgery, all we can do is really help him recover. Feed him, have him go pee, stuff like that. We still have to, for the next 8 weeks, or at least until October, we still have to, like, confine him to his kennel, because still, like, he needs to have the ligaments heal and he can't be walking around all the time. Though after the cast comes off and the ligaments are okay, I think it's, like, 100% okay, and very encouraged that we take him, like, on walks and stuff, so he gets used to walking on that leg and the callus grows and stuff like that. So that's gonna be a process. I do, with this recovery story, I do want to go over this psychological healing as well, because there is a psychological damage thing that I have noticed. Anyway, I should go because I just filmed, like, over 15 minutes, and that's gonna be a bitch to edit and upload the way I've been doing it, so I'm gonna go. Okay, bye guys.